Is you've been voice acting for years, of course, and you're really great at it. But
But
have you ever found like problems shifting between character to character, especially if you're doing like multiple characters at once or throughout a year?
no,
Not really.
not really.
You're very awesome.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
Hello.
Hello.
So my question for you is, you've played a lot of roles that have shifted hands from voice actor to voice actress. You're arguably the definitive voice of one that shifts hands a lot, that being Fujiko Mine.
Uh-huh.
And I was curious, when you take on a role that someone has already previously done, does their previous interpretation influence yours in any possible way?
No. Mm-mm. I mean, I actually have never heard any of the other Fujikos. The only Fujiko I've heard is the Japanese version. And the original audition that I did for Fujiko is the one that I stick with. So, and I know even a good friend of mine, there's another faction of Lupin that they have a completely different cast. And Christina V is playing Fujiko. So, and her Fujiko is, I think, different from mine. I haven't heard it. So, you know, I think it's like each individual company who had, because there's a lot of different licensing agreements to different product. So, you know, some of these other licensing agreements people have with product, they decide that they want to use their own cast. So.
You should call you who she
Did you watch the
Persona
Blue Coat?
3, right?
I'm
She
Shinami?
voiced you Khan in
Watching
Persona
it
3,
now.
right?
Oh, okay.
I'm not
It's pretty
sure.
good.
Yes. Interesting seeing Jameson Price as Da Vinci.
Oh, yeah, he's good as Da Vinci, huh?
Not the voice I was expecting, but not against it either.
Good. Good question.
Hello.
Hi.
So, my girlfriend recently got me into this anime, and I was wondering, are you a fan at all of Danganronpa?
Danganronpa?
Yeah.
It's a weird show. That character I played was so weird.
Oh, which was it? I forgot. Sorry.
I can't even remember his name now, but he's this little boy who's like, he's got a mask on. Huh? Maybe. Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And then, oh my God, that sounded like a champagne bottle.
Oh, wait, wasn't that
I was
Absolute?
all,
Wasn't that Absolute Despair Girls?
what is it?
Wasn't that Absolute Despair Girls?
Was it? Yeah, Jintaro.
Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah, that's me. So, and I always thought that it was very dark. Talk about dark. You guys were talking about like another show or a game. That game is dark. Very dark.
Hello again.
Hello.
2 questions.
Yes.
As the voice actress of the girl Yukari from Persona 3,
Yes.
would you consider doing another Persona role for the upcoming Persona 6 game that they're already working on?
Sure. If they have me. I mean, Atlas and I have a good relationship. So they, you know, they will bring me in for roles that they feel I'm right for.
Alright?
You know, like Sadayo. I played Sadayo in Persona 5. Thank you.
And-
One clap. Wow, good job, Michelle.
Second question. When you ever came to a con, have you ever considered cosplaying as one of the characters you voice actress?
I have. I mean, I would never do Yoko.
For obvious reasons.
Oh, geez, no. Not me. I would love to, but I'm just not in that good of shape. Yes, I have thought about it. One of these days.
Hey, Michelle.
Did you glue your hair today?
No, I didn't.
It's sting.
Yeah. I put a little bit of hairspray in.
Oh, perfect.
I got 2 questions.
Okay.
One, how do you get your voice on when you have to like do a line of have to scream really loud or something? Like when Ichigo had you on top of that tower and he trolled you down to Renji.
Oh,
That I was terrified on that part. I didn't like that.
Yeah, screaming can be tricky in the VO world, and Somebody was asking about fighter games. Yeah. It's about guys. Thanks for coming. It's interesting because you really have to preserve your vocal cords. And most of the producers that I work with, producers and directors, are really good about like saying, all right, we'll save the big screams for the end. But sometimes the character, that's all you're doing, Like for Lawbreakers, for Toki, I remember my session was 2 hours, and most of the session was taking hits and efforts. And if you're gonna come tomorrow to my panel, we'll do some video game stuff, video game voice acting, and I'll give you an idea of what it's like. But he was like, can you just do like, taking a bullet? And I said, sure. So I did like 3. And he's like, can you do like 10 more? And I was like, okay. And he said, yeah, since it's, a first-person shooter game, most of your efforts are taking hits and bullets. So I need like 75 of them. I was like, wow. And it was all, for like an hour straight. So, after you get to that point, the whole video game strike that we had, that was part of the issue. It's like you can't have a 4-hour session where you're doing that for 4 hours straight.
No.
You'll lose your voice. There's no other way around it. So, you gotta just be careful. I have a bunch of remedies at home that I use to just keep my vocal cords kind of in shape.
And the last question is, are you going to be, hopefully, maybe going to be doing that live action movie of Bleach?
You mean, are we dubbing it?
Yeah.
I don't know. I have not heard anything. I hope so, because that would be amazing.
And how will you be able to do that? The same thing on video, doing it actually on the anime the same way, doing it on...
Yeah, the way that they do live action dubbing is similar to the way that we do anime. So they take the writers, the producers will get the script, and then they give the script to an adapter, somebody who speaks Japanese and English, and then they're able to, translate the script, right?
Yeah.
And then that goes to the writer, and the writer will then, write the script, but it has to be to, the moving
Yeah, because it's
blocks.
different from anime to real life, actually.
Yeah, I mean, it is a little bit different because with anime, it's just like the moving mouth.
Yeah.
With real life, you've got the mas and the ba and the pa, that kind of stuff. So it's a little bit more specific, which can be tricky from
Yeah.
one language to another, but they do a good job.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
Hi.
Hi.
So speaking of voice actor gossip,
Yes.
do you get to work like multiple actors in one booth very often?
It depends on what we're working on. If it's original animation, then you're usually in an ensemble record. It's called a cast record.
Well, that's the setup question. The question I really wanted to ask is any really funny or embarrassing stories with you working as an ensemble cast? That sounds like one.
Wait, what about the Johnny one you were going to talk about yesterday?
What? I don't remember.
Oh, okay.
I don't remember what I did yesterday. Although I do remember crashing Johnny's panel. Okay, I'll tell you an embarrassing story, but you cannot use it against me. And everyone turn their phones off.